So today we'll be making stickers for small businesses with the concentration on things that they can send out to their customers just as a small thank you. We're going to start in Canva. We're going to transfer those stickers over to Cricut Design Space, print them out, and cut them from there. So we'll jump right into it.
Okay, so we're going to start in Canva, and we're going to start with a blank design. You can go at the top to create a design. You can choose from the suggested file formats. You can do a custom size at the bottom as well, where you can enter your own dimensions. We're going to start with the logo. We're just going to do a single image per design for our stickers. So once you have your blank canvas, you can go over to Elements, and we're going to search for the design that we want our stickers to be. Let's start with a smiley face design, something that smiles and says, "Thank you for your purchase." Once you search what graphic you're looking for, you have the top section that says graphics. You can select see all, or photos, videos, frames, depending on your project and what you're looking for in your design. We're going to go up to graphics and we're going to see all to see all of our options. Let's see. Let's start with this one. So once you select it, it does go over to your canvas. At the top, you have different squares where you're able to change the color. So if we wanted to change this from a more tan color to give us a more yellow, we can do that. And we're gonna, this is a very simple first one for us to start off with. So we're gonna just go over to add some text, add a heading. We're gonna enter our text, just say thank you. Let's do an exclamation mark. I'm gonna move this, let's move this to the bottom, see what that looks like. The one thing about designing in Canva is you can always put something on your canvas and you can change it as you go along, whatever works best for you or the look of the design that you're going towards. I want to make this, let's try to curve it along with the smiley face to see exactly what that looks like first. So I'm going to select it. I'm going to go up top to effects, I'm sorry. At the bottom under shape, we have curve. That gives us an option to curve. I'm going to scroll down and you can see the bar as to which way you're curving it. So right now it's 100% curved down. Let's move this bar over to our left. And as we move it, it curves up. I'm going to scoot that a little closer. Okay. Let's see if we can curve that a little bit more. Okay. And I'm going to move that down so it's not overlapping. And let's select the words thank you. You can change the font. You can change the size of your font, the color, bold, italic, and so forth. We're going to leave it bold. And let's see if we can find a different font. In Canva, it gives you recommended fonts. So let's try the first recommended. That looks actually better. Scoot it up a little more. And let's try to see if a different color will look. Oh, you don't want to wash it out. And I'm gonna leave it black. But if you needed to change the color or wanted to change the color, that will be how you would do that. And I'm gonna move that back down. So I want it to overlap now that we're not changing the color. And we're gonna group this all together so that it prints as one sticker once we bring it over to Cricut Design Space. So I'm gonna select all the words and the image, group, and now it's all one image and it moves together. To save this, we're gonna go up to Share, Download. Gonna make our size 1,000 over 1,000, which is going to give us the best quality. So if someone were to zoom in on your photo, it's the best pixel that it can be without it being distorted. We want transparent background because we don't want it to print out with the white behind it. We just want it to print the smiley face and the thank you. And then we're going to do download. Going to save our file. And if you wanted to just save it with that, you could start a new canvas and start all over again. What I'm going to do is just take this one off and then put our next image on, and we're going to use this same canvas template as we go along and get all of our designs for our sticker before we take them over to Cricut Design Space. So I'm just going to delete and we're going to start again. All right, so the next one, I want to do something with a rainbow. And I'm in text, so we need to go back to elements, take out our smiley face, and then it saves your recently used, as you can see. I love this little rainbow, so I'm going to make some thank you stickers out of that. But if I didn't have this already here, I would just go up to search elements, search for rainbow, and then all of my options will come up. So I'm going to select this one since it's already here for us. Make it a little smaller so we can work with it. And again, I'm going to add thank you to the sticker. So we're going to go to text, add a heading, put in our thank you. I'm going to move this one to the top and we're going to curve down. So we're going to do effects. Under your shape section, curve, scroll down, and let's widen it out just a little. We'll align it correctly. And as you can see, when you're in Canva, it gives you a guideline of your lines, whether you're centered or not. So right now we're in the center because it gives us a line down and a line across to let us know exactly where we are on our image. Let's make this a little smaller and move it down. And then if I wanted to change the color of our thank you, let's see. Let's go with that so that it's not so bright and fits our photo better. Let's see if there's a better font that would fit our image. And you can just click on them and see exactly what you like. And I kind of like that. Let's recenter that. We'll pull it down. I'll make that smaller because changing the font moved it. Okay, and we're going to group these together. We're going to go up to save it. We're going to go to share, download. It saved our size from our last one that we saved, and it kept it as transparent background. So we're going to download. Save that as our second image. And let's do one more. All right, so let's start all over. Let's do something bright. So let's find a sunshine. Select see all on graphics. And we're going to scroll down and see what options we have. Let's use this guy. Nice and happy. All right. Go back, add our thank you. Put that right there. I'm gonna adjust the size a little so we can see what we're working on. If we can find a font. And scroll down, you can see the different options that are available. And we just want something that's gonna fit the aesthetics. And then I always see if there's another color that might look a little better than black. Sometimes I stick with the black, but I like to click through just to see what it looks like. Let's see if we can use black to match. Since we have some black in the photo already, the eyes and the mouth, let's keep it black. We're going to group this together. Save our third one. And these are saving as PNG, by the way. Now let's move over to Cricut Design Space so we can print those out and cut them. I'm gonna open Design Space. Of course, when you open Design Space, you just come to the home page. You can either do new project or you can just click on the canvas at the top and it'll give you a blank canvas. So we need to get our 3 files that we just saved into Cricut Design Space so we're able to work with those. Over on your left toolbar, if you go down, you'll have upload. So we'll click upload. Upload image. And it does tell you the compatible file types that you're able to use. And we did save a PNG, so we're fine in that aspect. So we'll go ahead and select upload image. Again, it reminds you of your file types. You can either drag your files We can browse your computer to select those. So let's browse, open. I always use complex. Um, that gives you, that's for fine detail, blended colors, or low contrast between subject and background. It does say that this image is more challenging to work with. However, I find it better for my quality when I print. So I'll select continue. We don't have a background to remove, but now Cricut Design Space has this option where if you did have a background, you have the tools to remove that. We're just going to move forward as we have it. So we're going to do apply and continue. And we do want this to be a print then cut image. So we'll select print then cut and we're going to select upload. And then it adds it down here with our images. So I'm going to go and grab the next two. Okay, so now we have our three images uploaded. I'm going to select your images and then add to canvas. And it brought them all over together. I just needed to click over on the right and then it separated them. I do have a warning over here and it's most likely telling me that it's too big. And that is on the smiley face. You can see which one it's talking about. So just going to shrink that down and our warning should go away. There we are. I usually make my stickers sticker size 2.4, usually no more than 2.5. So resize these. At the top, you can resize or you can just shrink it in on the sides of your images to be the size that you desire. Okay. So the next thing we want to do, since we have our images here, is we want to offset so that it has a print cutout when we go to print and then cut it on our Cricut. We want to make sure that there's something behind it that's giving it some type of guideline as to where we want it to cut. So to do that, you're gonna highlight your image. At the top, go to offset. It's going to give us an outline. If you wanted to adjust that to be less background to our cut and closer to your image, you can do that. Once you have your desired background or print cut area, I should say, you can do apply. Now it will come out with black. Um, to change that, you just go to the top, make sure you have print then cut as your operation, select your color box, and then select your desired color. So now it'll print white behind our cut, and then it's going to cut around the white. So we want to make sure that this is all one image since we added the offset behind our original image. And then as you can see, they're two separate. So I'm going to go back to make sure that it's lined up correctly. Highlight it. Over to our right, we want to attach. So that's attaching them together. And then here, I always use this as my guide, whether I have two elements or one element. To do the print and cut, we want it to just be one element here. Right now, we still have two. So if we flatten that, it brings us to one. So now the only thing it's going to do with this image is print and then cut it according to our offset guidelines. So I'm going to do the same with the next two images. Highlight, go up to our offset, and I'm going to move this so that we can see. One moment, move it down so we can see what we're doing. Offset, And there we go. We can see our outline. That looks perfectly fine to me, so I'm just going to apply, change our outline color to white, highlight those two again. We're going to attach, flatten, and then we're going to move it, and we're going to work on our last one. All set. We have our line around it. Looks perfectly fine. Apply. Change our color to white again. Select both. Attach. And flatten. So if we wanted to make multiple of these, we only have 3. Let's just say we needed 6. We can go up to the top. Right click. I'm going to duplicate. And then you can add as many as you need to. So now we have 2 of each image. Okay. So from this part, we're gonna print and cut. And I will be using printable vinyl sticker paper in matte. We're going to be printing on an EcoTank ET 4850 by Epson, and I'll be using a Cricut Explorer Air 2 to print those. So let's get set up and print those out. So our printer is all ready. I'm going to go at the top to make it. We have a preview of what it's going to look like when it prints. Go to continue. We're going to select send the printer. And what I usually do with this printer is use system dialog. It just helps when your settings on the printer matches the settings in your laptop or computer or your print source. Yeah, I've noticed with this printer it gives a better quality. So I've selected use system dialog. I'm going to go to print. At the top, go to preferences. And then here's where I make sure that my paper type matches what's already selected in the printer. So in the printer, the settings are selected for premium photo paper, semi-gloss. And on the back of my paper box for sticker paper, it actually suggests that you use settings for photo paper. So that is why I'm using the photo paper selection. I want my quality to be high because I love high quality products. If I needed more than one copy in this print job, I could do that from this screen as well. But I'm going to leave it as 1, and then I'm going to select OK. And then we're going to print our stickers. All right, so we have our stickers printed on our sticker paper, and let me just tell you, I love this printer because of the nice bright colors that it gives. From this step, we're going to add it to our mat so that we can cut that using our Cricut. Okay, so now that that's all printed, I always use medium cardstock because it cuts it, and then there's no problem separating it from the paper. Your stickers cut as it should. There's no additional cuts that you need to do. So we have our mat loaded. Peel our stickers off the mat. They peel off nice and easy. Now we have 6 stickers to present to customers who make purchases.